time now to whack our balls in the general direction of fun as we tee off today's event, which we're calling Swing.
Always on the lookout for new tests for my contestants, I was particularly pleased when I stumbled across this little beauty in a local fish and chip shop. Smart Golf. Players use real clubs to hit a real ball against a massive touch-sensitive screen. Where the ball makes contact, a virtual ball takes over and flies according to how hard and in what direction the real ball was hit. It's just like real golf, except you don't need to wear silly clothes. Of the dozen courses on offer, I've chosen 2 holes from the testing British course, the Belfry. And my contestant must par them both.
Now, we've decided it's a bit easy to have sports blokes on actually playing their own sport. So for this golfing event, please welcome the greatest snooker player in the history of the Green Bays, the man who's won the world title a record 134 times, Stephen Hendry. Okay, now, Stephen, basically, you're too good at snooker, right? No one in the world can beat you, but you do play golf as well, don't you?
I play golf in the summer, yeah, when there's no snooker.
What's your handicap?
12.
12 handicap. Have you ever thought of taking that up professionally?
Oh, no way. No, I'm not good enough.
Not any other sports you're going to try your hand to?
No, that's... the snooker takes up all my time at the moment, and golf, as I say, I play in the summer when there's no snooker. When
you are playing at the Crucible, I've often wondered, right, you're there, it's all very quiet and everything when you go up to take your shots. What happens if you need to break wind?
I just do it.
You're like kind of quite a loose, quiet one then. You kind of let go there. How much money do you have as well? I've often wondered.
Millions.
You have positive stuff,
absolutely.
Don't you? That's great, because most people come on and you ask them and they're all saying, oh, well, I don't get paid that much money, but you do.
I'm loaded.
Tons. That's fantastic. And the final thing is, right, obviously, you exploded on the snooker scene. No one has been able to touch you for years. The question everyone wants to know is, when you're wearing the waistcoat and the nice tight black trousers, are you wearing a boxer or a pant underneath that?
I never knew you noticed.
What is
the trousers were nice and tight.
I've seen a couple of lines there, Stephen, and I've often been intrigued. What do you wear underneath?
I wear boxers myself.
You wear a boxer yourself.
Yeah.
Is that a general thing within the snooker world?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
You don't really
we don't get changed in front of each other.
No, you don't.
It's not that.
It's not like that. It's not a big locker room atmosphere there. No, it's all individual.
Yeah.
Right, Stephen, then, if you'd like to follow me over to this unfeasibly large contraption we have, we'll get ready to start the challenge. And let's get rid of these flowers first of all, because they're not nearly blokey enough. Rick Henderson for PC Review is joining me at the 19th hole. Rick, any tips for Stephen?
Yeah, there's no wind. We're playing without wind on the holes,
Except
so
from us,
obviously a lot of hot air anyway. And he's just got to keep it very straight and firm and true. And also his putting. He said that his putting's not too great, so try and get to the green in 2.
Okay then, Stephen has to take part in 2 holes, the 10th and the 18th. They're both par 4s, so he has to get par or under to win the challenge. And obviously, as you can see, we are using the Game Boy version of the game. So, Stephen, if you'd like to select your club and tee off. Fine drive there, Stephen. Go for the 5-iron here, Rick, 'cause it's quite a short hole. You can see now, how does that look, Rick?
Oh, Sevi actually drove this entire hole. Well, he did it during the Ryder Cup.
He did, and that is a 191-yard drive there. It's the ball is still in play. That's a fine.
That is almost perfect.
Fine
actually.
first shot there from Stephen Hendry. Okay, Stephen, if you'd like to, what club would you like for your second shot?
The wedge, please.
He's going for a wedge, Rick.
He's done exactly what professionals would do. He's stopped short of the water.
And he's just taking that one. Let's see, where's that going to go? A little bit of a hook there,
Oh,
but it's
very nice
carried
shot.
over, beautifully placed on the green there. A fine second shot from Stephen Hendry. Okay, so I imagine Stephen will go on to the putter now.
That was a very, very good recovery shot there. But here we are. This is where we're going to test his putting skills.
Well, he has got onto the green in 2, Rick, like you recommended.
He's got 2 to try it in.
Okay, now the putting, he's actually moved on to the front part of the contraption, and that's because it's smoother and it's more representative of what the green is like. So he's 5 inches above the pin, 35 feet away, takes the putt. It's there. Oh, this looks good. You can see it going towards the hole. Oh, just stops 2 inches short of the hole. What's going to happen now is the computer will assume that Stephen will make the hole and the next shot is going to give it to him. So at the end of the first hole, Stephen Hendry is still on par. Okay, so now we go into the second hole. It's the 18th at the Belfry, Rick, the toughest hole of the course. Why is it so difficult?
There's a water trap just beyond the trees to the right. There's this huge water trap, and he's got to clear the water to actually get it in for, really.
Okay.
And that is very difficult to do.
Okay, thank you, Rick. What are you going for in this one, Stephen, first up?
Driver, 1 wood.
Going for the driver. It's a much longer hole here. Best of luck then. Tee off the second hole. Fine stance. That's looking quite good. We can see it coming through on the screen. Where's it going to land?
He's got to keep to the right of the water, but he
might have just
has gone
overcooked
just
that.
into
Yep.
the trees.
It's in the trees. This is going to need another fantastic recovery shot from Stephen for the second stroke.
And he's landed in the rough as well. So
He's in the rough, so
again,
we'll bring in
another
those
little
mats at the
pad.
side. Now, Stephen going for a wood from the rough here. It's quite a daring move, Rick.
It is very daring.
I would have liked to use a more lofted iron myself.
Unfortunately, he's not got a tree in his view, so...
Second shot then. Takes it, giving that an almighty whack. We can see it coming over. Is it going to make the fairway? I think it's moving a bit.
Oh,
Clears the
cleared
water though.
just.
Clears the water, and I think it's just on the edge of the green there, 59 yards from the pin. And a fine stance there from Stephen, actually. His trousers were hanging very
nice.
well.
Yeah. So to those boxes. Yeah. But
So-
he's going to have to chip onto the green now. This means that his next shot will be a putt, and he's only got one to go for.
So he is in a sort of light rough there, yes, at the edge of the green. So he's a very accurate little dink shot here. Beautiful fluid movement there. And we can see it. Oh, but it's stopped dead there. It's still quite far from the hole. So Stephen must sink this putt to win the challenge. It's a very tough one, Rick.
It's a very difficult putt indeed. He's going to hit it uphill, so he's going to have to put some legs on it. And also it bears to the right. It goes from left, rolls from left to right, so he's going to have to slightly go to the left of the hole.
Okay then, Stephen, let's go for it. Giving that a nice whack. He's hitting it on the left. Is it going to roll round? He's got the legs. Oh, it's rolling on the cup of the hill, but it's stopped there. 8 tantalising feet from the hole, so Stephen Hendry's challenge has ended unsuccessfully. Well, bad luck, Stephen. That's probably the only thing you haven't won in your entire life. Good start with that first hole. No problems at all there for you?
No, I played the first hole perfectly.
And then what happened with the second one?
I just collapsed. The pressure got to me.
It was an enormously long putt.
I know, and yeah, gave it a full shoulder turn and much too far.
Yeah, that's it. Well, thanks very much for coming on, Stephen.
Pleasure.
Unfortunately, you don't get the joystick, but best of luck with the rest of the season. And how are you going to spend all that money? Is it possible for you to manage to spend the amount of money you have?
I'll try my best.
All right, thanks so much, Stephen. Round of applause for our special guest and the richest bloke we've ever had on the show, Stephen Hendry.
Cheers.
Thanks, Steve.